Hey guys, this is a South Pacific heater fan, and this is a very unique ceiling fan. This is actually a rebranded Supreme Mark 10, I believe, Mark X. Not sure about that. I have to check what the thing is, so don't quote me on that. But anyway, so this fan I actually got a while ago, and it took me a long time to do a demo of it, because when I got it, the motor didn't work. And it took me a long time to get the motor to work. Basically, it was just a wiring issue. Somebody had messed with the wiring in the nose. But yeah, so this fan has, in addition to the regular, fan motor, it has a heater inside of it. The heater is actually a circular heating element, like a coil, nichrome element, inside of the motor housing. And the motor housing has these kind of the sideband has those slot vents to allow the heat to radiate out of it. It has a thermostat for the heater on the side of the nose, as well as a switch for the heater. And the fan is controlled by a 3-speed click knob. The pull chain turns the heater and the fan on and off, so it's like a 3-way pull chain. However, I think I may have gotten some of the wiring for the pull chain wrong, because it's just like the heater is on all the time. I just have the switch for the heater turned off. So I'll have to. At the time, I didn't really care because I just was happy I got the fan motor working. But I think when I have time, I'll go in there and try to figure out what's wrong. So it has a huge cast iron spinner motor in it, and the motor has little fins on it, like fan blades, to blow the heat from the coil off of the coil and out into the room through the slotted filigree on the side of the motor housing. Now, I have seen these before, actually. I didn't know they existed. There was one on eBay for sale. This is not that one, but there was one on eBay for sale maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. I'm not really even sure when, don't remember, but it was also Southern Pacific branded, and it was an antique brass model, I believe. And also Brandon Johnson, there it is, Brandon Johnson on YouTube and on the Facebook groups and everything. His aunt has one in her house, but that one is actually branded Supreme. So yeah, I guess it has, so this one's polished brass. It has stencil blades. The only ones of these I've seen have stencil blades. I've never seen one with cane blades or anything else. And the stencil is not a generic design. It's a bit more ornate than the generic 80s design. And if you look really closely above the blade arms, like in the arm part of the blade arm, between the blade mount and the motor mount, there are little fins, like veins on those that screw onto the part where the blades mount to the blade arm. And those are to draw the heat, to help draw heat off of the heat coils again when the heater is on. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to demonstrate the heater or not, because there's really nothing to see. It's really only just feeling, and you can't feel it because it's a video. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and start the fan off on high. It's got a little bit of wobble, but this motor is very quiet. No bearing noise at all. The bearings are in excellent condition, and it flies. What else can I say? Moves a great volume of air as well, which, as I expected with that huge motor. Other than the wobble, it's a nice runner. That clicking is probably coming from the mounting bracket. Okay, turn it down to medium. So this one has a pretty slow medium. Not sure if that's a drifting capacitor value or anything, but it's just a pretty slow medium. Yeah. I don't think that's... I think that might be factory, actually. I don't think that's a capacitor issue. I don't think it's any issue. Okay, and finally low. Pretty generic low. It's not the slowest, but also not too fast. Okay. Turn it back off. And reverse. Start up on low. Alright, medium. I think medium is a slight bit faster in reverse for some reason. And high. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take the camera off of the stand and I'm going to demonstrate the heater just like up here. So, first of all, there's your 3-speed click knob for the fan motor. There's the thermostat for the heater, the switch for the heater. There is a neon lamp behind this, and warning tag, pull chain, and reverse switch. And the reverse switch has a label on it. Where is it? Right there. It says air. There's an arrow pointing down, so like when it's down, it's in forward, or down, downdraft, up, updraft. I've seen other fans that have that. I think actually my other Supreme spinner has that. My Kodak Stratoline has that as well. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the fan on low, or actually, first we'll start the heater up. So to turn the heater on, what you do is you switch the switch on, and you turn the thermostat on, and hear that click? That means the heater is now on. And it should. The neon lamp sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Yeah, the neon lamp is, I think, might be dying, but do I feel any heat? I don't feel any yet. Starting to feel a little bit. So what you do is when you turn the heater on, you're also supposed to turn the fan on. So either forward or reverse, I guess it doesn't really matter, but the fan will just gently circulate the heat. Very useful feature. That's kind of why I hung it up down here, actually, because it in the winter it should, if I'm working down here, I can turn the heater on and have at least a little bit of heat, because obviously it gets cold in this basement. So I'm actually not even sure if getting hot yet. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting warm. I can feel it. It takes a while for it to get hot enough to actually really feel it. But, yeah. Yeah, I definitely just heard the metal thunk from expansion, so I'm going to turn it back off. And basically, it doesn't matter where the thermostat is when the switch is off, so that's off, and the white dot is on. So now let me show you the label. It's somewhere on top. Oh, and this big box up here is for the wiring connections for the heater element. There's also a safety heat sensor in there, so if the heater element gets too hot, it will trip it. Now I'm not finding the label. Oh, there's the label. So, yeah, you can read that. I can't see it because I don't have my ladder out here with me, but obviously you can see the model number and everything up there. Okay, so I think that's about it for this video. So that is the South Pacific made by Supreme heater fan. Thank you for watching, and more to come.